welcome back to the episode of G&A Podcast. I am the demon that was sealed a long time ago, but now I have been risen due to my pure nature, and now I serve as your high school nurse, Drooby-Doo.
And I am the Ishtar Familia's #1 patron, Soberoni. Been waiting to use that.
you said a word that triggered me really hard. Welcome back, guys, to the podcast where we just talk about anime and shit. And I'm really tired, so without any further ado, let's just jump right into Vinland Saga episode.
Fuck segues.
Yeah.
So this one was a continuation of the whole Thorf. I'm still waiting for that longer time skip to come in, but I think I'm really liking this setup. Like, I like their crew.
I feel like I don't even care if there's more of a time skip. Like, I'm at that point where you're not like a baby anymore. So
Yeah, he's kind of a little emo for my taste. I get it though. I get it. Okay, I get it. I'm just saying. I wish he had more to his character than just I'm gonna avenge my dad. I need to kill everyone so I can avenge my dad. You know?
I get what you mean, only because you are you. But for this anime, it's fine. No, literally this anime, this episode did exactly what I needed it to do.
Kill everything?
Yeah, there's lots of killing, slaughter, people dying. And the Vikings being the Vikings.
I love the just how historic. I feel like historically accurate is not the right word because it's probably not super historically accurate. But at least how historically appropriate it is. I like seeing them using crossbows and stuff, and actually using siege tactics and all this stuff. It's really interesting to watch. So that tickles my history buff boner.
I mean, girl, at this point, all they have to do is watch an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this really feels like, I was gonna say Game of Thrones or Vikings, which I guess makes sense. Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of just one and the same. Let's see. Yeah, but there wasn't really much to say about it. It was very simplistic.
It was literally just we're sieging this town, and this is going to be Thorfinn's time to get his name recognition so he can challenge, what's his name? Asklad to a duel, which he does.
Yeah, and I did like the fighting sequence when he somehow jumped across the bridge.
Yeah.
Didn't get hit by any arrows. And then
that's my
up.
One gripe is that they make Thorfinn out to be fucking. He is the Arya of the show. He in this setting where everything seems to be logical and realistic. He's just fucking a ninja that. He's the Naruto that just can jump over
my god!
a lake.
I literally about to actually point that out in my notes.
Yeah.
When he goes to bargain with the attacking forces.
Mm-hmm.
He literally does a Naruto
run.
Yeah,
he does. He does a Naruto run. He puts his hands behind his back. I was gonna mention that. This dude's literally out here Naruto running to meet these students. So he's the Naruto of the group, where it's a realistic setting, and he's just out here being a fucking ninja and slaughtering people and fucking backflipping and shit, which kind of feels a little bit jarring, but I'll give it a pass because it's kind of badass.
Yeah, if it's badass enough, it's fine.
Fine, you get your pass. I like to see Thorfinn jump over a giant lake and climb up and decapitate people.
Yeah, exactly. So I like what it did. It gave me what I needed. And yeah, I've never when I was growing up, I always see anime like this, and I'd be like, oh, this looks a little too rough for me. My delicate soul can't handle this. And I realized this is my home.
Yeah.
I'm this fucking whatchamacallit? Oh my god. Oh no. Why are we forgetting this?
Golden Kamui?
Thank you, Golden Kamui. It's Golden Kamui. I'm pretty sure by the end of this year we'll be I love Berserk.
Yo, we out here watching Berserk next time. My favorite moment of this whole episode though was definitely the them carrying the boats into the and like throwing them into the river so they can sail behind the fort. Because that was just fucking. That was like the Code Geass moment for me. Like, oh shit, they're just gonna carry their boats and it was so absurd and stupid, but yet so awesome at the same time. It could have been straight out of Code Geass. Could have been straight out of Lelouch's playbook.
Yeah, and also, yeah, like to the point where my dumbass is like, oh, are they gonna use their boats as battering rams?
That's what I thought too. I'm like, are they just gonna throw their boats at the door?
Okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me.
No, it was definitely me too. I'm like, oh wait, no, they can just somehow throw it into the lake and swim around.
Yep. So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing if this how this duel ends between the two, because if Askeladd dies, I don't know what happens to his crew. I don't see Thorfinn being like, all right guys, I'm the boss now. So
yeah, I don't think Askeladd's gonna die.
I don't think he's gonna duel him. I think he's just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, fuck it, we'll do some.
Yeah, either that, or he'll win.
Or he'll win and that could be a hospital. Like he wins but doesn't kill Thorfinn, like kicks him out the crew or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or makes him stay on the crew.
Or makes him stay on the crew and be like, well, you'll continue this cycle forever, just dueling me until you can beat me.
Maybe. Who knows?
We shall see next week. But
until then, excuse me, let's move on to Danmachi 2, episode 6.
The not safe for work episode.
Yeah.
This was just like straight up. Let's just talk about prostitutes today, guys.
Yeah. Let's talk about the not so useless goddess Ishtar.
This episode was so weird.
Yeah, because it was like Ishtar, and I'm just like, oh, wrong person. Even though she's giving me Scheherazade. Like
Scheherazade could have fit right into this episode. But no, I love the episode overall, but I kind of wish Lily was there for most of it, because Lily only had like a small part, but it was awesome where the prostitutes kept walking up to Belle and she's like, he's taken, he's mine, get away from him. Yeah. I would have loved if Hestia was there.
Oh god, Hestia would have like literally had a brain aneurysm.
Seeing all the I don't know, like Hermes being there was awesome.
I love how it literally mirrored all of Agartha. It feels like we just
this just was Agartha the episode.
Like Agartha light.
Yeah, guys, I hope you're looking forward to that Agartha adaptation, because it's here.
Yep, this is it, basically.
Also, why does their area, that city, the Pleasure District, look so much... It looks literally like a lot more advanced and high-tech and better than every other part of their city or town or village.
It does. It looks like
legit.
Neo Japan or something.
Yeah, it looks like modern Japan, or maybe like 1800s Japan versus like their 1300s.
No, what? No, I would think it's like postmodern Japan with like. But like they're trying to give you like an ancient vibe.
Yeah, you're right.
You saw a big
they
building.
had a big ass building that looked like a pavilion or something. I'm like,
exactly.
Jesus.
I'm like, that is not 1800s nothing. Like that
this is straight up modern Japan.
That is 2030. I'm not talking about the craft essence.
I'm like, all right, this definitely doesn't fit the setting that they're in, but it's awesome.
Yeah, right. It was actually very much pleasing to look at. I love how Hermes gives like Belle date rape. Like, yeah,
here's the aphrodisiac. I know you wanted it. Like, okay, thanks for having random drugs on you, Hermes.
Yeah, I'm just like, what's with the gods and drugging people? Like, I'm sensing a theme.
Also, Hermes kind of got like date raped himself. Like he kind of just Ishtar took him out.
I love how you're just like, no, that's all I know, and she's like, well, time for sex.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I was watching a fucking hentai. Like, oh, is that all you know? All right, time for the sex scene. Let's go.
He was like, ruh-roh. I also was like, ruh-roh.
The new girl, the new character, I'm guessing the main character for this arc is going to be the fox girl.
Yeah,
she was adorable.
Yeah, Miss Haruhime.
Haruhime was pretty cute.
Yeah, she was adorable. She was, I agree. I found her disposition so like depressing, but like good. Like I don't know, I liked Like this is one of the character development things that makes Danmachi so good moments with her. I definitely got that. Like when she was just like, "Oh, I can't really dream about such beautiful things. Like I'm literally just a hoe."
I was like, this is just Pretty Woman. This is just a plot to Pretty Woman. And but I actually really like that they went that way because they were like, it was starting out so nice and cute. I'm like, oh, they're gonna get together and like Belle's gonna help her. Like, I want you to escape and blah blah. And then she got all depressive and was like, well, I'm a prostitute, so I can't dream of any of that. And then at the end, like I was pissed at Belle because he just ran off, and I'm like,
Yeah,
are you not gonna
I'm
go
not
back and
gonna
like
go
grab
back,
her hand or
exactly.
something?
He's like, no, I'm not. I don't want to get like gang raped by like those five
Amazons.
scary women. Yeah, and plus that toad-looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
God.
that's okay.
That was enough to like make me take my own life. Like I've been like, well, forget the aphrodisiac. Think I have this like cyanide pill.
pills. I was down for the other 5 Amazons, but not this chick.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh. Get my cyanide pill that I got from another god. Like, they keep giving me drugs.
I'm wondering if they're gonna end up going back because they would have to. So
I feel like I have to, yeah.
I hope they bring Hestia with them this time or something.
Also, can I ask a question? Why does every fucking god have some shit with Hestia? Why do they always have some beef with Hestia? It's literally a second god.
This guy's
This
just like,
not that I know of. That I know of.
well, people are jealous of Hestia. Hestia's bestia. She's just jealous because Hestia's better looking.
Ah.
She is, and you know it. Short stacks for life.
Wait, I have to look at Ishtar again.
Ishtar's not even better looking than the other Amazons from.
Yeah, I
Ilario.
think Aisha is my favorite one.
Aisha was great, but I'm also talking about the ones from Loki's Familia. Forgot their names.
Oh, damn it. I forget their names too. I'm not even gonna try.
But those ones.
Machi.
What else was I gonna say about this episode? Dang, I feel like there's something I had to say about this episode, and it's like sticking in the back of my mind.
No, there's just I'm just getting pictures of Ishtar from FGO, which I know makes sense. Makes sense. I just wanted one. Oh God, I saw something from the manga. That's scary. I think maybe because she doesn't have any makeup on. I don't know. I like Aisha with the makeup. But anywho,
I'm glad this is a good intro to the arc. I'm hoping we see more of this pleasure district, this futuristic pleasure district that they're on. So let us move on to an arc that is ending with Fire Force episode 6.
Alright, all who like Fire Force, get ready, because I'm about to tear this episode a new one.
Oh, what? Ooh, this could be good, because this was almost my episode of the week. So let's go.
Well, dude, maybe we should start with the good before we get into the bad.
The good is I actually liked Himebani. What's her name? Himebani? Hibana's motivation. Like, I found her motivation to be kind of like her backstory to be interesting, where she's like, first off, her fire flowers are super like really beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I just liked her whole like, because I mean, if you're in that kind of situation and you have like some kind of really traumatic, stressful, like everyone in your nunnery just dies engulfed in flames, and only you and this other girl survive. I can see how that kind of warp you mentally. And it's interesting to see that instead of making her like, because usually you associate like PTSD with being, I don't know, more like you're afraid of something, but she kind of just went on like this super ego power trip where she's like, I was meant to survive, and it's like it's a weird kind of survivor's guilt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where it just empowers her to be an asshole. So I just think that was an interesting take on PTSD and gives credence to her personality. Now go ahead and rip into it.
All right. So, and I guess you got a great point for me to start off with. Because I, on the other hand, found absolutely almost nothing original about this episode. This episode act everything original. Wow, something traumatic happens to this person and they become the bad guy. That's literally every.
Oh, well, you're dumbing it down so much.
It's not no, because that's simply what happens. That's literally simply what happens. Something really traumatic happens. Like, oh my god, my family was killed and I became evil. Okay.
That's alright. You want to dumb down everyone's backstory to, oh, my family's dead, so I'm bad.
People I was cool. Like, but that's so simple. It's so simple because it's been done so many times.
Okay, but
I can take that one thing, and it's not that general. That it's like, it's not. I'm saying like a super general statement. Like, people are killed when they die. Like, I'm saying something very specific that is done in like.
Okay, but I feel like yes, she became evil because everyone died. But I feel like it was an interesting take on it because it's not like she became evil. She's not like an Itachi or something or a Sasuke. She became evil specifically because she has some kind of PTSD, which makes sense given the whole theme of the show. And it's not just like, well, she was evil because she's evil.
First of all, no one's just evil. Actually, I prefer some. So I prefer some of them if they're evil just because they're evil. Like,
you prefer no characterization in your evil people?
No, like, they can have characterization. They could just also just be evil fucks. Like, I wish I could remember some. Like, there's one recently I just saw, and you were just like, I'm just an evil, awful fuck. Like Dio! Perfect! Dio!
Mm-hmm.
grew up loved by everyone.
Okay, but that's JoJo. JoJo's different. JoJo is literally all about playing with tropes and being off the wall and crazy.
Okay, but the fun part is Leo really didn't have a trope. He was just a bad. Like, you literally just.
But he's like the opposite of the trope. He's just like, oh, I had a good upbringing and everything, and I'm just evil because I'm evil. So yeah, I get it, but I don't know. Just like I feel like you're harping on it just because it's a trope. Her family figures died, but I can say that about like 90% of villains in any medium, where it's just like, oh, they're evil because their family died or someone they love died. Oh, Darth Vader's a shitty villain. He's just evil because Padme died.
But like, there wasn't anything special. I thought it was amazing how you spun it to make it something special, and I was just like, wow.
It's literally what happened. She was fine, and then everyone died, and her whole thing was, oh my god, all these people who devoted their life to God or whatever, and they died, and I lived, I must have been the chosen one, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's literally what happened to her backstory. I didn't spin it anyway. That's just flat out what they said. Plus, she had a whole evil, like, smile and everything. I don't know,
I'm sorry, they're all evil smiles.
During the fire. I just found her whole transformation interesting. I think you're oversimplifying it. Like, seeing her go from being kind of like... She was cute and... I wouldn't say innocent.
Oh, I love...
Like, her lonely form.
I loved her. Yeah, I loved young her.
Her young form was... Adorable. Like, she was still kind of rebellious, but
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
So, like, seeing her go from that to just, like... oh my god, I'm like power hungry god mode and I have a super ego was an interesting turn, and it was believable.
But I didn't say it wasn't believable. And that's not even that's like my weakest gripe about the episode. Like, it was just like, I'm saying, like, if that was like my only thing about this episode, I probably wouldn't bring it up because I'm just like, okay, yeah, because what you said. It's like, I really mean when I say there's nothing original. Like, that's like the most original thing I feel like about this episode was that fight was trash. Holy fuck. That fight was trash. And I know most of the episode is dedicated to like her backstory. But it's like, okay, so once again, this little trope of like, so it felt like I was watching the episode of Danmachi again, except it doesn't have like that defense of, oh well, it's not really about the fighting. Da da da. No, this is very much about the action. This is literally Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, any other shonen I can think that fits in that category.
It depends what you're comparing it to. Like, I don't... I feel like you're on this rampage of looking for some kind of epic action fucking UFO table style production or something.
I wanted a fight. No, I just wanted a fight.
When was the last time you had a good fight in anime? Because I feel like you're bagging on every anime's fight scenes recently. And I have no idea what your standard for a good fight is at this point.
I mean, I didn't bag on Vinland Saga's fight scenes.
Fight scenes. Those weren't fight scenes. Those were just like murder fest. They were just like chopping people up. I wouldn't call it
I'm sorry.
a
Do you know if you fight
action?
That's still not fighting.
That's not a fight. That's an action scene. There's a difference. That's just slicing
what?
people apart. There's no choreography.
Whatever. There's no choreography in this either. He literally, I can sum it up so easily. He literally just leapt at her. I think 3 times. Like attempted to. Like the first time, I'm gonna charge you. Immediately just falls to the ground and then she starts kicking him around.
I will agree with you if you break it down, the fight scenes. Like, if you were to take everything out of this episode and just cut together like a super cut of the fight, it'd be like 25 seconds and it'd be really boring.
That's why I said the fight was off because I'm just like
the episode is not just the fight. So
it's not just the fight. Yes, it's her background, but it's like.
Plus, the visuals were really nice, like her putting up that giant tree and everything.
I literally just wanted more. I personally would just like a little more fighting. Like they harped a little much on her backstory, just like a wee much. Like I get it, but I don't think it was necessary for me. I like her, I really do, but at the same time, I don't think they need to take away so much to the point where I wouldn't even call it a fight. It was not a fight. It was just. Exposition. He dives at her. Exposition.
Yo, I cannot wait till one of these shows has a fight scene where it's like super, just the whole show is a fight or whatever, and you're like, this episode sucked because there was no plot or anything. It was just 2 guys fighting each other for 45 minutes. I'm be like, but Drew, the fight scene.
and then I loved. And yes, I am using love very sarcastically. The point where he literally just beats her because I'm just bearing through it.
Well, he had it was a very Index like fight. It was literally just something you would see in Index, where he just, I'm gonna break through with my determination and just punch you in the face. Like I could see Toma doing it.
But you can see why that's not a good thing, though.
I'm not gonna say the fight was a great fight or anything like that. I think the visuals were great.
The fact that if I have to if you make me defend Naruto, it's that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign, because it's like, damn, at least Naruto was has no brain cells. At least he did some stupid cheap trick. At the very least in the beginning, where that would cinch him the match and help him win. This dude literally said, sure, these petals are burning me and I'm literally being burned by fire, but I need to save you.
Alright, but that's shonen. That's gonna happen in shonen. Like we said in the beginning, this is a very 2000s, early 2000s shonen. This could be Bleach and Naruto and One Piece.
Well, guess what, bitch? We're in 2019 and I have every right to hit on it because of it. Sorry, we are more than over a decade past that.
I feel like you're very on this weird shonen thing where it's you want great action and no cliche. I don't know, your standards are too weird right now.
I don't know.
I feel like you're craving something that doesn't exist.
You know why? Because recently I just finished watching Fairy Tail, and you know what? I did not feel at all Zeref was one of my favorite villains. One of my favorite villains.
But Fairy Tail had so much time to build up their main character. I don't think Fire Force is going to be going on for 300 episodes.
I don't think so either, and that's not even my point. Zeref's not even my point. My point is that they've literally just kind of more or less have just been doing the same thing since day one, and just been consistently good at it. It's just been consistently good, just really good at it. I cannot complain about it at all. I love it. And I'm just and then I see fucking Fire Force with their 90, oh God, it's so funny. It's like shonen, boy, action, and I'm just like, their whole shtick is action. Why am I having the same thing? Why are we doing the same conversation about Danmachi with Fire Force? That's what I don't understand.
And I think my thing with it is, yes, if you were to strip down the fight to its bare essentials, it was boring and it was not choreographed, and it was like, I shoot fire at you and you fall floor and then you get up and you punch me and the battle's over. And I think it's like the meat of this episode was just the visuals and the backstory. And if the visuals didn't capture you, then yeah, you're not gonna like the fight scene. I love the visuals. I'll take the shallow fight scene for those incredible visuals and an incredible backstory.
I will do that if it's just not a shonen. I would, see, that's not my problem. The problem is not the episode itself. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's more or less the trope that it belongs in. That's why after a while,
like, I don't think you have to have great fight scenes if you're a shonen. You could have them here and there, but
but this is against the boss. This is against the boss. This is
a boss of this arc. This is not like the final boss of all time.
Okay, but that's like saying imagine if Naruto's Zabuza fight was literally 2 minutes long, which it was not.
Well, okay, yeah, because it was 20 episodes. It's the opposite problem. You have fucking shonen fights that go on 10 episodes long for...
That fight was literally 2 episodes.
Well, most Naruto fights are super fucking long.
Okay, but in those 2 episodes, more fighting than in this,
also,
one.
I think
to scale.
I just want to point out, in this conversation about Fire Force, you've defended Fire Force by saying Naruto's better. Or you defended Naruto by saying it's better than Fire Force.
Then I say that's why I hate the fact that that's how dissatisfied I am.
I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Like, yes, the fight scene on its bare bones.
I'm just saying.
Incredible, but its strength was good, which was the visuals and the backstory, which I'm fine with.
You see Vinland Saga. You see how it's called adventure action, and now it's always just giving me the action.
Okay, but you could be a shonen. Oh, sorry, shonen aren't allowed to develop their characters. You have to be fighting. You must focus on the fights.
But like I don't know, split it in half. But just more fight. I just want more fight.
You had fight because the last 5 episodes
I want more fighting for the boss. Yes, for the boss, I want more fighting.
There was plenty of fighting last episode.
But it wasn't against the boss.
I don't know. She's not really a fighter. She just has her fire tree thing. It's not like she's Bruce Lee or anything.
Okay, but she still fucked him up. Like, for someone who's not much of a fighter, she still fucked him up.
Because she has like that one move where she just extinguishes flames. That's it. That's all she can do.
Well, she doesn't extinguish flames.
Well, whatever she does. Whatever bullshit excuse they came up with her for being able to paralyze people. That's what she has. And she's not particularly well versed in fighting.
I don't know. I just wanted more fighting with this episode. It just feels very much like what happened with Danmachi, except it doesn't have the excuse of like, oh my god, we have all these great. Well, actually, I do like the characters, but
I'll let it slide because now the difference is if like the final fight in the last episode is just he punches the dude and that's the end of the fight, then I'll agree with you. But I didn't see this as a pivotal fight scene in the series, so... It's
not a pivotal fight scene in the series, it was just like the end of the arc. I wanted the end of the arc to be like, awesome, and it wasn't. It was a good episode. I know, but you see, that shouldn't be the end of the arc. The characters of the arc should not be the end of the arc. Like, I just don't like them being in the same episode, or in the same.
You have the weirdest nitpicks. Like, I didn't want you to develop characters now. I wanted to fight now. Now, next episode, there's gonna be a fight, and you're gonna be like, there was just fighting, and there was no development.
Well, first of all, I never complain. About when they fight. You've never heard me complain about. I've only had good things to say about this episode.
Gendo Guardian had plenty of episodes where it was just fighting. And just all fighting the whole time.
Okay. Well, there are many, many more songs about Gendo Guardian. I don't know, that's just how It is specifically for this. I'm being harder on this one than even Danmachi.
You are.
Because I expected more fighting from this one. Because it's one of those shonen, which is not. It's like the same reason why I would hate on an episode of Naruto. It'd be like, yeah, this whole episode needs to be like a flashback and another flashback and another flashback and another flashback and another flashback. And then next episode we'll conclude the fight. Maybe. Like,
I kind of get your point more with this than Danmachi, because yes, this is meant to have better animation and like
I'm
action,
like that's why I'm more hard on this. I'm like, yes, I get it. You specifically, you're like, oh, as long as it's like good development, blah blah blah. Like, who cares?
Like, if you're not going to deliver action, I expect that you deliver something else in equal measure. That should, and I found her character.
They did deliver in equal measure, but it's like that's not what I'm looking for when I watch this. That's it. Like, that's just not what I'm looking for when I watch this.
Drew, what? No.
Yeah, right.
All right. Sorry, Fighter Force. I'm not dying on this hill. I've already died on Danmachi's hill.
Yeah.
Next up, let's move on to Dumbell Nan-Kilo Moteru, episode 7.
So I feel like now with this last girl, this anime is complete.
Yes, it's reached its peak.
It's complete.
Oh, this was a fucking great episode.
It really was.
Oh yeah, no, the whole her figuring out who the teacher is, the cosplayer. I like that how the whole setup for the episode was great.
Yeah. Wait, let me look up to my notes.
I'm trying to remember what happened. The first part was the meat tasting.
The meat thing.
Yeah.
I love how they recycle that joke of like how Gina, he's like, I learned Japanese from studying all these things, and like half the things aren't even Japanese. Like she mentioned Jackie Chan. Yeah,
Jackie Chan taught me the ways of Japan.
And we're like, sure.
I did like how they weaseled in, even in the episode or the part of the episode where Machio and the teacher had no role whatsoever. They were the ones who were giving up like the educational video on meat, and then he comments on it like, "Oh wow, you guys found a way to weasel yourself into this episode." Yeah, I know.
This show has just become like so meta. They don't even care anymore. When Gina's like, oh, I'm gonna become an idol, and so Tommy's like, wow, this plot twist is too abrupt. and then they just like zooms all the way to Machio, and she's like, this is turning into an interesting turn of events. And I'm like, what? He didn't. What? Yeah,
at this rate, I feel like the last episode of the show is going to be them watching an episode of the show. It's going to be super meta. Like the film crew is just going to show up or something. Of course, the highlight for me was the whole idol part of the
my god, that was
like the best segment I think they've ever had.
Well, why are you wearing a Fencer's mask? My current name is Fuck the Buddha.
Like, okay.
And they're like, what are you guys gonna do? And like, we're gonna fight each other. Like, we're gonna bench press.
Oh, Machio just shows up over the background.
And he like talks about like the deadlift. Like, he's like, who are you?
You see, this is why it's so great, because they just like, it's not even about weightlifting. Like, this whole episode, I don't even think they were in the gym. It was just them doing other random shit, and they just worked in weightlifting out of nowhere into the episode.
Yeah, and they finally did what we wanted them to do, and it's so funny.
Yeah, they did such a great job with this one. Also, I'm liking the relationship between Gina and the teacher. I hope there's more of that.
Oh yeah, me too. I
more blackmail. More blackmail.
Even though it wasn't even blackmail, she's like, I'm not trying to blackmail you.
Yeah.
I'll do anything. Please don't destroy my career.
By the way, this teacher is literally one of the top 5 senseis of all time in any anime. Sorry, she's just perfect.
Fuck the Buddha. Probably gonna make that my username.
Fuck the Buddha.
Fuck the Buddha.
Alright. Unfortunately, there isn't much else to say about this episode.
Yeah, no, it was pretty linear. Very funny. But yeah, so let's move on to Lord El-Melloi, the second episode 7.
we finally hit the actual meat of the series, which I'm guessing is where it actually picks up off the novels or manga or whatever it's based off of. Because this episode is literally like labeled Rail Zeppelin 1 of 6 or something like that. And it was just like the whole setting changed and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, this is clearly where the source material picks up.
We're gonna be here for 3 days.
But I'm curious how much of this is original and how much of this is part of the source material, because we see Olga Marie and she looks like she plays a pretty pivotal role. I don't know if she shows up in the original source material, but for those of you who don't remember, Olga is the original director of Chaldea in Fate Grand Order.
Rip Olga.
Yeah, rip Olga. This is preteen or teenage Olga though, so she doesn't die for a few more years. So keep that in mind.
Yay!
She's alive for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy that Adashino's back again.
They kind of brought back everybody because they brought back Sisigo. Yvette is there. Luvia's kind of doing her own thing on the side.
Reigns, of course.
Yeah, so like this feels like the penultimate arc because they're like, let's bring back everyone from all the previous arcs to be on this train.
Yeah. They have someone from the church, so I'm like, how could I forget the church? Although he doesn't seem like he's a crazy homicidal freak yet.
He looks awesome though.
He does. I love his design.
I'm like seeing, because they keep bringing back people from like they keep referencing other Fate properties and Type Moon stuff. I'm like half thinking like, oh my god, when they said somebody from the church, I was expecting Kotomine to just show up. I'm like, oh, they're gonna get Kide in here. And then they kept going on about Mystic Eyes. I'm like, oh my god, is Shiki gonna show up here? It's gonna be a Shiki. I swear to god, I guarantee you they find a way to work in Shiki somewhere. There's no way they're doing 6 episodes about a train that has Mystic Eyes everywhere and they don't work in Shiki.
Is she part of the same universe?
Yeah. So even if she's like a cameo, she's like hiding on top of the train or something, and then runs away. They'll show a screenshot of her eating ice cream on a bench or something.
Let's see. So yeah, and basically this episode is called Mystic Eyes. The episode. We all got them.
Yes, literally everyone has. This was like. Remember in Naruto when everyone was like, oh, the Byakugan and Sharingan are 2 of the most powerful abilities, and then like by the end of Naruto, everyone has a fucking 7 Sharingans in there.
Yeah,
and 15. Yeah, this was that.
Genkyo.
I was a fan of Mystic Eyes before they were cool, and everyone had them. Because literally everyone on the train has some form of Mystic Eye that does everything from telling them like what time it is to like most useless Mystic Eyes ever. I can tell what emotions you feel with my Mystic Eye. Really.
Speaking of which, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned who I assume is your favorite character. One of your favorite characters.
Yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite characters.
Shout out to Yvette.
She has the prettiest Mystic Eye, but it's also probably the most useless Mystic Eye I've ever seen.
Reading emotions is good.
I mean, like
you can't shoot a beam through your eye or anything.
Yeah, it's shit. Compared to all the other Mystic Eyes, I can tell your emotions. Most people can tell emotions through communication.
Really? I know where magic is. Ugh.
Hey, that can be helpful.
My eye lights on fire when it does, and it causes me pain, great pain. Oh wait, I can see fairies.
In my defense, they're not on the train, so they don't qualify as being the worst eyes on the train.
Okay, you just said worst eyes.
Fine, worst eyes on the train go to Yvette. Sorry, Yvette, you are adorable and one of the best characters there, and you're making this episode fun. But because outside of her, the rest of the episode was really depressing and slow.
Yeah, she was like, hey, oh, are you, who, what's the boy's name again?
Oh, fuck, what's his name?
God, I really was not
starts with a C.
On him.
Ceres. Something like that. No, it's not Celeste or Chris. Anyway, dude from Apocrypha.
Yeah, a guy from Apocrypha. He that scene where he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't have to go with him, but I certainly wanted to." And she's like, "Oh, are you that BL shit? Oh, I don't like sharing you either." And homegirl was like, "Oh, are you trying to become? Oh, that's cute. Are you trying to become his mistress?" And she's like, "Yep, I'm trying to sneak into his bed." I'm just like, yikes.
I'm like, she's gonna be the fun one of this whole arc.
Until she gets murdered.
Oh no, please.
Oh my god. I don't want that to happen, but also I would love that happened.
Speaking of which, we did get a murder, which was the one I actually, when I saw her, I was like, she's gonna be murdered first. I called it to myself. The Olga Marie's assistant, because she was like the most unimpactful person there. I was like, oh, she's definitely dead.
You didn't see that one coming.
I get premonition skills. Oh, really? Can you?
Again, I would argue that your bet isn't the worst one because homegirl could see the premonition and she still couldn't see her dying.
Maybe it's one of those shitty ones where she can see what happens to everyone else, but not to herself. But I have also a feeling that she's not really dead. Like, this is all like a... Oh, I don't know. She was kind of decapitated, though.
It's like kind of missing.
Oh, it's fucking magic. They don't have to... This is the other thing about this mystery. They can literally just be like, whatever. It was a clay doll I made, and it's...
Yeah, right.
With my magic...
eye.
My magic eye that makes... Specifically what it does. It makes fake corpses.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait for next episode and then doing all the investigations and things.
I actually have a weird theory, and it's that... I know it's kind of like a stretch, but what if they're using this to set up Babylon? Like, because Olga Marie's there. What if they just, at the end of this arc, Olga Marie's like, okay, I gotta set forth and do what I have to do, and then, like, you see Mosh or something. And I don't know.
That would be so fucking dope.
It would be.
They would do that. They won't spoil us like that. Yeah. Can't see that happening.
Yeah, but great episode. Looking forward to seeing the actual meat of the series go through. So let's move on.
Yes, let's move on to definitely my oh my god, definitely my episode of the week. Kousei no Mudazukai episode 7.
I wanted to make this my episode of the week, but I did not. But it was really close. But this was a great episode too.
I literally was crying. I was crying for like half this episode. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just... Alright, let's start. I don't want to keep talking about how funny it was.
Take it away.
So, I just love the opening scene, which I totally identify with. And it's one of those things where they just said it in such a weird fucking way. Like... Baka just brings up, like, underwear, and he's like, the underwear of your heart is showing. I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
And then, basically, they're just like, yeah, you're... I think they're, like, trying to say, basically, that your headphones are out, or that, like, Slash, he's, like, enjoying it so much that, like, everyone can see, and it's, like, kind of like, ugh. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I love that their opening gags still managed to land, even though it's like we see it coming with the "I have something amazing to tell you guys."
Yeah,
joke.
but and I think it was landed because this time Wota was the butt of the joke, not Baka.
Right, yeah. Oh, Wota's so great.
Oh my god.
But this is a very Yami centric episode.
Oh my god. Yamae. She's so great. The whole conversation again with fucking Wasera. Oh god, this way he's like showing the bandages and he's like, what are underneath the bandages? And I love how it like fucks with the audience because we're all thinking it's gonna be nothing.
Oh
obviously,
yeah.
And it's just like, this was like a tiny like injury I got where it's like pricked with a pencil. These are all the rashes I'm getting from the bandages. Like. These are just pimples.
Yeah.
And then it's not even break. They just pop out. He's like, I just start charging you for glasses.
Yeah, she's breaking all his fucking glasses for sure. I loved the nurse because she was like low key
Oh
introduced this
my
episode. The nurse
God.
is so much fun.
She was great.
She has to engage Yamai in her little stupid game. Like, I too have a dragon crest, and it's just like a burn mark from.
Oh my God! Oh, when Yamai was like getting whatchamacallit, the whew, excuse me. The whatchamacallit, she's trying to get the doll, and then Majime comes to help her when she comes in, and like that other couple, like the girl's like, "Whoa, you're so high! You want to go on a date?" And then like you just listen to like the dialogue of them just falling apart.
Yeah, like, well, I thought we were dating. No. Who are you again?
No, well the thing is, Moteru.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I love that they did that again. Like it's just those little details that really just
there's a
make
lot
it.
of background humor. Like that's why I love rewatching the episodes because then you can just go back and see what the fuck is going on in the background because they do that a lot where just shit is going on behind the scene that's even funnier than what's going on in the scene.
I love like at the end where she like ends up posting that picture of her and Majime and she's like, here's my boyfriend. Like you thought she was like taking a picture just to be like, you know,
nice, and then she's just trying to set her up.
Yeah, just like have a picture to put on Twitter.
She's like addicted to the likes and attention.
Yeah, so I'm realizing that she is very much and you know, no offense to anyone who's like young in Discord who may be watching this, but like she's very much like those people that I see in Discord who are just like, look at me, I'm doing something crazy because I need to be heard. Like I'm like, oh, you guys are her. You guys are all the same person.
Are you saying Yamai is in our Discord right now? Because I need to see.
I mean, she bit like some iterations of her. Definitely so. You know, plenty of iterations of her.
You heard it here, guys. If you want to meet Yamai, join our Discord. You will see plenty of Yamais there.
Link is below.
In the description.
Like, because you're at that age where you're like young and you need attention to feel validated or whatever, and so you do crazy stuff like this. And I'm like, that's exactly what she's doing at every bend, in whatever weird way, which you know leads, which is a great segue to talk about her mask.
That was amazing.
That killed me.
When he walks into the teacher walks in and just comes up behind her, like stealth grabs her, like
opens the door, just slams the door open, just like whoa, 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 whoa,
like.
And then I just see her look behind her, and I just see her look at Baka, and they just look at each other, and I already knew what was happening. I was like, oh no. I love Baka catch. Like, and he's like, I know what to do. He just runs. And then when they go to her team, and the nurse has
the nurse is just wearing it. The nurse is like a giant dork.
Yeah, yeah, she is. It's okay. She's like, oh, no, this is what it looked like here. Sensei is totally okay. Don't worry about me.
Oh, but can we talk about the best part of the episode, which is clearly the last scene with her getting her head stuck in the picture-taking thing, the photo booth thing? And they have to go back to school, her and Baka, and then the teacher comes out and just starts taking selfies with them.
He's just like, wow. He's like, this is actually too amazing to like let go. Like, because that's what I thought Baka was gonna do. Was Baka was gonna take pictures, but no, she was just too stupid and got herself stuck.
He does it like perfectly too. He's just like, whoa, you guys, I was so worried. Snap. And then he puts the filter on.
Yeah, but you know, this is like, I can't believe like something like this happened. Snap. Like, oh, it's so incredible. Snap. I'll go get scissors and cut you free. They just did it so seamlessly.
Yeah, it's such a great situational humor. Also, I love the scene where they're clapping and they're trying to get the last clap.
Like such a Mount St. Michael moment.
I know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I lived this exact moment in Mount St.
I know. Yes.
In high school.
They replaced the clapping with something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty sure people would yell stuff. I'm like vaguely remembering people yelling.
And then they just end the episode with them singing like their school theme
song, yeah.
Like, I'm just like, God. See, yeah, literally like this episode just started off like, oh, this is funny, funny, I'm enjoying it. And then once it got to the mask thing, it just kept going harder and harder, and like it was just nonstop for me. I literally had to pause it so many times just because I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, this was one of the best episodes for sure. I love that it's keeping up its steam. So,
yes,
guys, watch Joushi Kousei. We did it for Centaur's Life. This is one of those shows that's gonna be super underappreciated.
Yeah, definitely. This is a Sentai's Life category, definitely. At this point, I don't think they can they can disappoint.
Yeah, you gotta find those gems in the rough and give them love, nurture them. Alright.
Speaking of nurturing gems, let's move on to the last.
Nope.
No, wait, I'm missing one. Wait, no, I got this. I can do it. I can do it. Wait, bitch, what the fuck is it? Oh, not the last one, but that was the next one I was thinking of. Carole Tuesday.
Yes, Carole Tuesday.
17.
So shit's getting real with Angela.
Yeah, but more importantly, Erdogan is broke! Great. Oh, God, I enjoyed this episode just because he was just broke and miserable and just... I'm broke and suddenly no one wants to hang out with me. It's like they're hanging out with me for my money.
I love that he had like this whole existential crisis during this whole episode, and to the point where he had like a devil and angel Erdogan on his like trying to convince him of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is literally how he always talks to himself. Like, I'm convinced.
Oh yeah, this definitely happens every time he's just being his normal self. He has like multiple Erdogans talking to him.
Yeah, it was just great. I thought for the longest while that Aaron was like the black. Like, I thought it was so obvious, and then they were like, nope.
No, he was the trap all along. The real guy is just some random hacker dude.
Yeah, he was not as. It was not as easy like that
Sybil
other bitch. Yeah.
Also, he like went in. This dude, I thought he was gonna like just punch Aaron in the face or something, like or threaten him. No, he got him. Like killed him. He just fucking rammed a car in it, super fast, high speed too. I think he's dead. Pretty sure Aaron is dead.
Yeah, if not dead, he's pretty much injured, like really badly. Let's see. I liked when they were recording and Toei they just had like a different way of like calling their music shit.
Constantly, music shit.
Like, literally,
that's the worst shit I've ever heard.
Oh, this is the biggest. This is the biggest shit I ever taken. Like,
I like how he didn't even let them play their music. He just fucking like they play like a chord or two. Like, oh no, that's shit.
And he's like, okay, that's it. Okay, the 8 songs good. Everything else is shit. Need more music.
I love that these Carole Tuesday, like, they can have episodes where they're not even really in the episodes, because aside of that scene, they really didn't have a presence in this episode at all.
Not really.
And it was still, like, decent enough episode.
Oh, yeah.
The whole Angela thing. I really like the final scene with, Erdogan and, what's this dude's name? Angela's manager.
That was amazing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and having to do the whole beatboxing thing on his phone.
Do it. Oh, you can't do it. And he just beatboxes and he's like, okay,
you could just like,
how's that? He's like, how's that? He's like, you can have her.
Yeah, you just see Angela's face in the background, like, the fuck is going on?
Right.
I don't know why I didn't realize it before. Maybe I did, but I forgot. I forgot he's the same voice. Erdogan has the same voice as Hoen Kyouma and the manager from Vinland Saga, which really shows in this episode.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this because when he was beatboxing, I'm like, oh, this is totally what Hoen Kyouma would do, and I'm like, holy shit, is this Hoen Kyouma? Like
Wow.
Steins Gate up in this.
Wow, that's wow.
So he's just typecasted as like this, always being the charismatic, crazy dude.
guy.
Yeah.
Wow, great casting.
Mm-hmm.
This is great episode. I love how when he's having like his whole like meltdown, he's like wearing a shirt that says like "Who am I?"
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, very appropriate, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for my hottest take of the week?
Bitch, it's the last episode, so yeah, hit me with it.
My episode of the week, Fruits Basket, episode 20. Not only was this my episode of the week, but my other hot take is that I like Hiro. I'm sure half the people want to kill him.
Oh no! Like in the beginning, yeah, I wanted to like slap the shit out of him. I also understand why you like him.
Mm-hmm.
I understand because it's like I feel like he's only like this because he's so self-aware about everything that like he literally just acts this way out of frustration.
Yeah, and that's kind of why this was my episode of the week, because I really felt like he was relatable as a character. And I went from, like, the first half of this episode, I really just wanted to punch him in the face. We don't condone child abuse here on G&A Podcast, but if Kyo had slapped the shit out of Hiro in the beginning, I would have totally clapped.
Yeah, like, just beating him would have been like, but definitely he definitely did deserve a good slap.
He did a good slap. I was hoping, I don't know why I wanted to see Toru get violent, I was really hoping Toru would slap him.
You know that was never going to happen.
I really want to see her slap somebody.
If that was true, this would have been my honorary like episode of the week.
So he was being a little bit of a dick. Well, he was being a lot of a dick. He was being a gigantic dick. But it's a testament to the episode that they can turn someone from being a gigantic dick who I want to see get slapped till like a really sympathetic character by the end. And I felt like I can relate to this kid because he's like, yeah, he's self-aware, but he's also self-aware of like he's a kid and he knows how weak he is, and that like super frustrates him.
It's to the point where he just acts out like that, and he can't help but act anyway because he's still a kid. Like it's like this vicious cycle that's within him. And I feel like ironically enough, even though like everyone has like their background, I find him to be like one of the most complex characters.
Yeah, he definitely is. And I kind of relate to the fact that, like, I get frustrated when I can't do things. And especially when I was a kid, I used to get super frustrated at being a kid. So I could kind of relate. I wasn't a huge dick, but I can totally relate to the sentiment of being, like, helpless and being angry at yourself for being helpless. So I really relate to him. Plus, he has great taste because he loves Kisa. Plus, he has excellent taste because he told Agito to his face to fuck off because he loves Kisa. And Agito.
That's. While I grew to like Hiro, I now absolutely despise Agito.
Oh, yeah. Who the fuck hits a little girl?
Who beats a
child? You love for something she didn't even do. Dude's like, I love this girl. I'm gonna beat the shit out of her. What's wrong with you?
And now. And then all that happened because all that happened, he's like, well, I don't know how to, like, do anything because I'm literally a child. I have no power. All I can do is just not talk to her again out of fear that he's going to keep beating her up.
Yeah. And he put her in the hospital, too. That's like, it wasn't you like, what? Did you, like, fucking
like a slap,
break
like, no.
He beat the hell out of her.
Like, what the
Yeah, no. Agito needs to be, like, thrown out a window, which I'm surprised they haven't done yet. He better have, like, some kind of super mystic fucking Sharingan power or something, because this dude should have been thrown out a window 20 times already, and he's still out here walking around as head of the family.
I would have curb stomped him, like, a million times over.
Like, I get Japanese people are polite and they have like this whole hierarchy thing, but I mean, you gotta.
Apparently, Akito missed that memo about Japanese stereotypes. He just like
let him hit Toru, please. I want to see Kyo just fucking power drive his bitch ass.
No, I'm like, this is actually.
I want to see Kyo and Yuki tag team.
Just yes, and not in that way. Ladies.
Not in that way.
Ladies and other BL lovers. Yeah, I just wanted to turn to like an episode of Vinland Saga.
It definitely won't be though. I hate Akito so much.
Yeah, I hate characters that like just drive my blood.
You know how they say like, "Oh, he's so evil, he was still candy from a baby." Akito's so evil, he would steal candy from a baby and then punch the baby in the face and punch his mom and banish her. Banish her from the family.
Banish her from the family. Made the husband like fucking like a drug addict.
Erase her memories.
Turned the husband into a drug addict. Literally forced him to do coke. Like,
Kid
do
shows
coke
up
in front of her, or I'm gonna punch her baby again.
Kid shows up and is like, "I love you, mommy." Agito's like, "Not on my watch." Erase her memories and kill this kid in the dungeon after I finish beating him first. But
give his dad more coke.
On a serious note, I do love that this show does a good job of like showing kind of like family drama situations. I think it exaggerates it a bit much sometimes, but
yeah,
but it does have like a good like it displays the dynamic of like being helpless in a domestic situation pretty well.
I would say so.
So that is why it got my episode of the week. And if you guys enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch us every week, because we do this every week. You can also follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and join the party over on our Discord. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can donate to us on Patreon. We will be revamping our Patreon soon, so you will get some nice rewards. So keep an eye out for that. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
If you see Akito on site,
be out on Akito Watch. Akito Watch 2019. And guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Soroni, and
Scooby-Doo.
we'll catch you guys next week. Later.
Bye.